Now let's talk about some strategies you could use, some of the things you could do during your lesson. Explain activities before they begin. When students are lost, when they don't know how to do it, they tend to drift off. If you're going to play a game, tell them how it is played. If you're going to do something, if you're going to sing a song, let them know this is what we're going to do. Everybody stand up, stand here, put your hands beside you, or everybody, we are going to jump, but don't jump forward, don't jump back, just jump it. You need to make everything clear. Explain the activity before you begin. Else you lose them and they do something else. Remember, whenever they are not doing what you require, you've lost them. There's no class control. Now, games must have clear rules. If you want to play a game, in order for the kid or the student not to be doing their own thing, explain the game. Explain the rules. Let it be clear so that you have good participation from the student. You need to use consistent classroom language. Today you say hands up, and you let everybody put their hands up to answer a question. Tomorrow you say hands up, and hands up means everybody has to keep quiet and stand with it. It's not consistent. You need to use consistent classroom control, classroom language. You need to say things consistently. You need to say keep quiet, and today it's keep quiet, and everybody knows it's keep quiet. You need to say stand up. Every day you say stand up. You need to say sit down. Every day you say the same thing, sit down. You don't say sit today and tomorrow you say sit down. You don't say stand today and tomorrow you say stand up. It has to be consistent. You need to use classroom commands. Something like call and response. Look at me, look at you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. You need to use certain commands that the kids can respond to. Okay, put your finger on your lips. Keep quiet. Hands on knees. They are commands that draw them to get them to participate in things. Now you need to use TPR. You can use TPR to show and model things that must be done. For instance, when you show a flashcard and you teach something like dad, when you teach dad, you can use a TPR. You can say everybody dad. This TPR is something they need to do, and it's even funny, so it just requires involvement from them. But if you just say dad, 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 and they've said dad 3 times, that's it. They're bored. They're drifting off. So use TPR. Okay, everybody clap your hands. Everybody hands up. Everybody jump. Use TPR. It calls for involvement. Now make the class interesting. We've talked about that. Please don't be boring, teacher. Just have games, have activities. If preferably short duration ones. Don't you need to make the classroom interesting. You need to make your lesson interesting. Go online, search for activities and games. Anything, let them draw, let them color, let them jump on the roof, whatever. Just make it interesting. Nobody likes boring. Also, you can use rewards and try to avoid punishment as much as possible. It's not that punishment is not good, but try to avoid punishment as much as you can. Use rewards, things that draw the kids in. And the reason why we want to use rewards is that when you use a reward, you are telling the other student that, look, this person did this right, and therefore if I do the same, I'm going to also get the same thing. But then if you use a punishment, punishment is usually for don't do it. And don't do it points to idleness. All right, so you leave punishment to the classroom teacher, because that's a management thing. Use as much as possible rewards. It also lets the student who got the reward know that if I do this again this way, I will get another one. So I'm going to even participate even more. Now we need to get to know the students, learn their names. Come on, get personal, build rapport with the students. Know their name, personalize their names, not just know their names. Personalize it. When you get into class, you go and high five one student and say, hey, Oliver, you high five him. Hey, John, you just get personal with the student. Let it mean something when you call them. Let it mean something. It's all part of building rapport. These are some of the things you can do when it comes to classroom control.